Sonic 1029.
All right, we have Layne.
Hello, hello.
Oh, there we go.
There you are.
I was just muted and unmuted, and here we are.
Now we are. All right, Layne, I know this is typically your radio show, but we're switching things up. You've been working real hard this year. So you have Max from Arkells, Christine, who is known as K.Flay. And we're going to be taking over the show, and we're going to be asking you some questions. We have just put out a song called You Can Get It, and we want to know what you want out of this year. Once you have that vaccine in your arm, what is the first thing you want to do? And this is not like you hit a patio with your friends. Where do you want to go? What is the event that you want to experience?
Concerts. You know, I want to be back at Rogers Place seeing the Arkells.
There we go. Good answer. That's a very diplomatic answer. Well, we've had a great time partnering up with Christine on this song, and we were thinking about our favorite duos. Christine, who are your favorite duos of all time?
Oh, man. You know, one of my favorite duos of all time is the Carpenters.
Oh.
Now, I know that's a little bit of a curveball. I'm coming through. You know, all I have
are... Like the folk
curveballs.
group, the Carpenters?
Yeah, you bet. Karen Carpenter and her brother, whose first name I don't know.
Okay.
But one of the, like, very influential records for me when I was first starting to make music was Mos Def Talib Kweli, Black Star.
Yeah.
That collaboration. So those are two, obviously, from very different sonic worlds that come to my head. Max, what about you?
Ooh, I mean, I do love, actually, we haven't really talked about this, but my favorite duo, I mean, I have a lot of favorite duos. Most recently, Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars coming together. But the Jay-Z Kanye album, when they put out that first lead single, Otis, which isn't the biggest song on Watch the Throne. The big one is Blanks in Paris. And
right.
Obviously everyone knows that song. But when they put out the music video for Otis, and it was just the two of them kind of driving around in a car, I was like, this is so much swagger. It's so cool. And I think of you and I as Jay-Z and Kanye West a little bit. Layne, do you see that? Can you imagine us working the stage like those two guys?
Not like those guys, but as well as.
Okay, good answer. You know, Layne, you know, there's a big F-bomb in the song, in our song, right in the middle of the chorus. We're kind of curious, what was your family's policy on swearing in the house growing up?
My parents were pretty easy with it. Like, I don't know, like Ice Cube, Iced Tea, like there was some weird stuff in there that you didn't really want to talk to your parents about. You know, right. It wasn't so much that there was an F-bomb, but it was more like the context. But they were pretty free and easy about it. And I mean, I have a 5-year-old daughter, and, you know, straight up, like, I just say, you know, what's appropriate in art isn't always appropriate for 5-year-old girls to say. And she's cool with that, and we haven't had an issue.
Wow. I love that perspective. I mean, I think what's interesting, not to divert us into a conversation about the nuances of language, but I do think swear words often get sort of divorced from this broader conversation about like nuance and context in language. And any word can sort of be weaponized, right? In any way. And it to me, it feels like a fundamental misunderstanding of like explicit language to just say, well, these things like have to be bleeped out, because sometimes like you need an exclamation point that you can say, and a swear word is an exclamation point. And I agree with you, Layne, like in art, in music, and culture, sometimes it has to happen, but maybe your 5-year-old daughter doesn't need to be screaming it, you know, in your kindergarten Zoom class or wherever she's at right now.
Well, exactly, right? Like it's 2021 and ideas can be far more offensive than words, right? I mean, I've dropped the F-bomb on the radio and I'm still here 20 years later.
To that point, so you've been in the business for a very long time, and I think one of the things that's interesting about having some longevity in any career is having a chance to learn from other people. And I think that one of the goals for Arkells has always been, how do we better ourselves? How do we keep building sort of our body of knowledge and the way we want to create so it doesn't ever become stale? And in working on this last record and getting to collaborate with Christine, we just picked up so many tricks just from being in the room with Christine and learning from the way she writes and the producers Ryan and Tom and what they do.
What made you decide that she was the right collaboration? I mean, I never foresaw her collaborating with Ex-Ambassadors and Grandson. I heard that and I was like, yep, that's the right choice.
Well, I mean, we're friends and we get along on a lot of things outside of music. Like we can kind of talk about non-music related things forever. But musically, of course, we're huge fans of her. And, we haven't done too many features, or we've collaborated with a lot of people. We've never had another singer on an Arkells song. And I was a little nervous or apprehensive about like just putting myself out there to ask if somebody wants to join us. But when she was like, yeah, this sounds really cool, I'll come by the studio, I was like, oh, okay, this is so exciting. And so if anything, it's a lesson in just putting yourself out there, because you never know. Because it would have been just as easy for me. I don't want to send the text, I don't want to bother her, she's probably busy. If I never just kind of hit send, this never would have happened. So it's a good lesson for us all.
Well, congratulations. You could get it is positively infectious. It didn't catch me the first time around, but I got it on the second wave.
Okay. Those last the longest.
Hope you two are staying well through all of this. I'm getting to wrap it up. I'm getting the Grammy speech bumper in the background. But I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us about the new song, and can't wait for our listeners to hear it.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much,
Thanks,
Layne.
Layne.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Are you Sonic? Sonic 1029.